Hey, I have a Discord now, and you should probably join it. The link's in the description. And while you're at that, you should probably subscribe too, because subscribing is free and it's cool. Well, the Winter Major's here, and I might as well rip off Urinating Tree into a hater's guide to the Winter Major 2023. Well, let's do it. Team Secret lost to Crew? They actually lost to a regional rival that they beat 7 times in a row before this tournament. Not only that, but they got reverse swept. Crew figured out Team Secret's defense, and they didn't even do anything about it. They shriveled up and died. And then they just started playing like crap, like, good job, guys. Team Secret held Crew to 0 goals in the first 2 games, and then they just, They choked. Not only that, but the offense was lacking, led to them scoring like 0 goals, and then they just died. That's it. Game over, Team Secret. Don't get me wrong, this was a great series, and we were unfortunately robbed of another reverse sweep, but Team Falcons still had some flaws. They were playing it like a ones game. There's no good team plays. Sure, they got the assist of the game at the end of the RLCS event, but still, not enough team plays. They also made too many mistakes, and you can't make any mistakes against Gen G. They're so good and can snipe from long range. Unfortunately, the Falcons didn't go far, which is a shame because they're a really good team, but Gen G Mobile 1 is just on a whole other level. Good luck in Boston, Falcons. You bring in Rise, and you make a super team, and you lose in round 1. You have one of the best freestylers in the game, and you just play defense the whole series. Like, what is your idea behind this? Okay, I'll stop going so hard on them. They did have a lot of bad luck in the series, but I mean, they lost in the first round again. But it's tough. All you can do now is just wait for the Spring Major. Are you really that surprised that Ground Zero lost to G2? Ground Zero was lucky to even be in the bracket, and after game 1, I think Ground Zero was shaken up and just fell over and died, but they weren't even alive to begin with. This was a great series to watch and a really entertaining Game 6, but Team Liquid was just too much for Team Vitality. If Vitality wants to go far, they just need more depth. Alpha 54 isn't good enough to carry Vitality all the way to a grand finals. Rest in peace, Team Vitality. I will miss you.
Liquid going for the kill! Liquid flow like water!
Carmine Corp, the team that is nicknamed the Blue Wall, is a nightmare matchup for G2. When you get a super team like Carmine Corp who flows super well together and is the best defensive team in the league against a team that is aging and all about offense, that sucks if you're G2. Everything was there, but G2 just couldn't put a dent in the wall. Maybe a little more creativity could have helped them, but I can't really see what they could have improved on. Carmine Corp was just better. Crew played well in this series, but they could only go so far. Complexity was not going to let a Cinderella story happen, because this was Complexity's tournament. They were playing really, really well. Crew had life, but it was just an easy sweep for Complexity. Man, what a great series in this brand new rivalry with FaZe and Gen G. Teams played mistakeless Rocket League, but FaZe was just too much for Gen G in games 5 and 6. I'm excited to see where this rivalry goes. It's pretty young, and I think that Gen G will start to take over this rivalry again.
Here's FaZe! Oh! Absolute dynamite!
This was the team that was supposed to take care of Carmine Corp. Ooh, second best in Europe, and you got killed. Well, they were down 3-0, then they pushed it to Game 6. Good for them. Who cares? They lost 7-1 in Game 6. When you were down 3-0, you had nothing to lose. But then you won 2 games, and you're 1 game behind, and you lost 7-1 again. What are you doing? Complexity had a really good tournament this major, and Razeable put on so much offense, but Complexity just didn't have enough to beat FaZe. FaZe was a whole other level that Complexity just can't compete against. I'll tell you what, FaZe had a good run. Let's be honest, they could use the money after all their business is failing, and apparently it's a crappy business to begin with. They really need that money back from Snoop Dogg. I think they really could have came back and win this if First Killer didn't turn over the ball and let in the game-winning goal. But it's whatever. It's fine. Who cares? I hate FaZe anyway, so I'm kind of happy that they lost this.
Open right between the eyes. And you can see it on First Killer's face.
All right, let's be honest. I am a bit salty that K-Corp won because they eliminated G2, but they deserve the championship. Defense wins championships, and they took that literally. Not to mention that they were really hungry for this championship, and they took advantage of that hunger and won.